Now we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So it has been reported the female rappers with the most #1 hits in mainstream R&B and hip-hop airplay chart history. Cardi B lands the #1 spot with 11. Nicki Minaj at #2 with 10. And Gorilla Glue at #3 with 6. Where's Megan and Ice Spice and Scratch Off? Okay, did Gorilla Glue take Megan's spot? But the point of the matter is, now fans are trying to clown Nicki Minaj by saying 5 albums and 20 years in the game and still can't surpass Cardi's one little album, okay? Now, when it comes to the airplay charts, that's going based on radio. So Cardi B getting more airplays on radio is not shocking. She needs all the payola that she could possibly get. I don't understand how Garbage Gang can really brag about this. Cardi B gets all the radio and payola, but yet she don't got no hits on her album. WAP and Up came out years ago, but we talking about recent hits. She don't got no recent hits on her album. So I don't even understand how y'all can brag about that and Downside and Imaginary Faces is flopping on the charts. Does that logically make any sense to you? No, it don't. Okay, so that's my whole thing, is that they bragging about airplay charts, but Cardi B still flopping on the charts, okay, on the Billboard Hot 100. So it just don't make sense to me. Now, moving on from that, Doja claps back at the fans who were calling her out for calling Scarlett a fart that needed to be released, and how she's back in her pop rap era. So this is what she had to say.
When I said that Scarlett was a fart, I meant that it was a release and a relief for me. I wasn't saying that it was bad. When you fart, it feels good. You feel better. You're releasing gas. And to me, that album was gas. It was fucking gas.
Now, I like Doja Cat and Scarlett. I think I grew appreciation for Scarlett months after it came out. I do think Scarlett wasn't as trash as maybe I thought it was when it originally came out, but it definitely ain't one of her best albums. But I don't feel like it was a release. And I know she felt like she had to prove a point that she was lyrical or that she could rap, and that's why she put out Scarlett. But I don't even feel like she proved that point on Scarlett. I don't feel like she really proved that she can really rap and that she was lyrical, because when people were dissecting your lyrics, you would backtrack. When you were throwing shade at Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, you were backtracking. Real rappers don't do that. You don't see Jay, you don't see Nicki, you don't see Kendrick. Shit, you don't even see Beyonce backtrack when people feel like she's dissing somebody in a song. Okay, she don't even write her music most of the time. But the point of the matter is, real artists don't backtrack when you are dissing somebody in a song. That's what rap is about. Rap is about beef. It's about competition. It's about saying you the best. You would backtrack on a lot of the lyrics that you would write according to yourself. And that's why people don't take you seriously as an artist. And I also feel like you've definitely lost support. Even with this era, the support you had during the Planet Her era is completely and utterly different, okay, compared to this era. The support you have now is not the same. Maybe it was because Scarlett was too demonic. Maybe it was the racist chat rooms, but people are not supporting you like they used to. And I feel like it's definitely evident this time around. Now we got to talk about the secret meeting Camel Toe had with Foxy about Onika Tanya Mirage. Now, Foxy posted on Instagram, gorgeous. Hove and Dez went crazy for my B-Day. So fly. Thank you, Dez. Okay? And if you guys remember, a few months ago, she had unfollowed Nicki Minaj on social media when Nicki Minaj was dragging Camel Face by his dread wig. Okay? Now, Camel Face has gotten in contact. He's been in contact with Foxy for years. He used to write for Foxy. Okay? They go way back if you know the history of hip-hop and the history of Foxy's career. But when Foxy went deaf in one of her ears, Camel Toe was giving her money because Foxy don't really work like that, okay? She don't really do shows or anything like that because she's deaf in one of her ears. So Camel Face told Foxy that she would have to basically pick a side, even though she cool with Nicki Minaj. You know, he's been there since the beginning of her career. And he said that, you know, out of loyalty, you know, you need to cut Nicki Minaj off completely. Okay, because she's dragging me on social media. She's saying that we slept together when you were underage, which allegedly is true, but Foxy has not admitted that. And, you know, she's talking about Aaliyah and all these different things. So out of loyalty, Foxy has decided to stand with Camel Toe and not Nicki Minaj. Now, moving on from that, allegedly Ice Spice wants to not only work with Megan Thee Stallion, okay, she made up with Scratch Off, you know, even though she was part of the Nicki Minaj alliance, she's no longer a part of that, being that she unfollowed Nicki. So she trying to work with Megan, and also she wants to film a high budget music video with Megan and also work with Sexy Red, okay? Now, like I said before, Megan could probably out-rap Ice Spice easily, rap circles around Ice Spice. I don't think that it would be a good idea for Megan, Doja, JT, anybody with talent to work with Ice Spice. I think Ice out. You know, she was shit-talking Nicki because she thought she was that girl. But if they make a twerking Poom Poom Shorts anthem, that might be a boppity bop. You know, I feel like as long as Megan don't try to wrap circles around Ice Spice, if she dumb it down a little bit, then, you know, it might go. You know, her Sexy and Ice Spice doing a twerking anthem, that might set the culture off, okay? The only thing is, though, if she worked with Ice Spice, the Cardi B fans are not going to be too happy because Cardi B and Cardi B fans do not like Ice Spice. So she might lose her WAP sister, Cardi, to Ice Spice if she worked with her, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, Yahoo News UK has reported and shown the plot of land in Wigginton, London, that Queen Bee and Camel Face are rumored to have bought. They are planning to build a 13.9 million mega mansion in the area, complete with a helipad, swimming pool, and nearly 50 acres of private land. Okay. Queen Bee coming up with that coin because she just grows $500 million on tour, and now they building a house in the UK to lay low. I think that this is a very good idea for Queen Bee. She'll get more privacy. If Camel Face go down or Devil Nation go down, she won't be, you know, in the Hollywood area, New York, LA. You know, she be able to retire peacefully in London. I think that this is a great idea. And also, you know, Blue Ivy's getting older. She want her privacy. So I think that this is a W for the Carters. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to Gorilla Glue. She dropped a diss trackety track on Young Thug and Mariah's Head Top. Okay? And, you know, she was just basically calling him every name in the book. She says, snitching ain't still beat the case looking ass nigga. Big freaky looking ass nigga. Give little kids a fright looking ass nigga. Tootsie Roll with dreads looking ass nigga. Okay? Now, I don't know if she was inspired by Nicki Minaj, but doesn't Nicki have a record called Looking Ass Nigga? Okay? But this was my favorite part. When she was going after Mariah, the scientist.
Mariah, you don't get away to bring out motherfucking Tweety Bird looking at her. I just found a clue looking at bitch. Sexy Winnie the Pooh looking at bitch. Burning blue. She that nigga burning you looking at bitch. Them all Scooby Doo looking at bitch.
Why she did Mariah like that? We gotta give GloRilla her 10. She ate it up. She ate it up. I respect it. See, GloRilla Glue was a 5, okay, yesterday. But after this diss track, she has moved up to being a 7. I really mess with it. I respect it because guess what? The other female rappers are scary. Megan's scary. Couldn't respond to Bigfoot. Doja Cat, she's scary. She always backtrack when she dissed somebody. Cardi B, scary looking and scary, okay? She never put an ad on it, especially in records, but she don't write. Where the hell is D0JA? I don't even know. Where the fuck is D0JA? I mean, she put out Anxiety and then she disappeared. Okay, maybe she really do got anxiety. I don't know. She left the face of the earth. So GloRilla Glue is the new princess of rap. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Argue with the wall because you can't argue with me. GloRilla Glue is the new princess of rap. She's here to put an ad on it. She's not scared to go toe-to-toe with the OGs. The other female rappers would have been scared to put out a diss track. She is coming for the princess of rap title. And yes, I don't think she got any hot singles out right now. I did say that. I still don't believe she got any hot singles right now, but this might be it. This might be the hot single. This is what I wanted Nicki to do with Camel Face. You know, the tweets were great, but get in the booth and diss that ugly ass nigga. Yeah. We gotta start taking it to the booth, and I respect GloRilla Glue for doing that because she did not just say, you know what, I'm gonna let him call me ugly and I'm just go about my day. She was like, no, you gotta come here and receive these motherfucking lashings. Now, speaking of ugly ass bottom bussy thug, okay, no shade, he is dropping an album September 19th. Ain't that the same day as Cardi B? Like, goodness gracious, is he trying to sabotage Cardi? Is he in his Barb era and trying to sabotage Cardi? That's very weird. But that don't mean he gonna outsell Cardi. Let's be very clear, because she got vinyls, she got merch. He don't got none of that but his beef and his leaked phone calls and his cheating scandals. That's all he got. You ain't got no vinyls to outsell Cardi B, though. That's for sure. Now, he also released a song called Man, I Miss My Dogs, and also gave a public apology to Champagne Thickums, Lil Baby, 21 Below Average, Mariah the Scientist, but no Kung Fu Kenny. So he will be receiving another 100,000 lashings with his bitch ass. You apologize to everybody except Kendrick Lamar. You weird ass nigga. That's how I know he want to sleep with Kendrick. Because why you apologize to everybody else? You so bitter with Kendrick never did nothing to you. Just because he don't want to give you a feature. You're a weirdo. Okay? And the song was trash. This dummy said that he was getting bashed like Jesus in the record. Bitch, if you don't sit your dumb ass down, you are getting dragged because you was gossiping like a bitch and caught snitching and you was bashing Gunna, but you was doing the same thing. Now, his apology to Champagne Thickums went viral. Now, in his apology to Champagne Thickums, which is the most viral one going around on social media, he says, Champagne Thickums, you my brother. Do you know I ain't going against you? I got manners. Everything you did for the rap community can't ban you. Never diss you. Came to visit me in Cobb County like my kin do. Fuck the jail call. You know the other calls we had trying to get to you. Metro and Pluto on the same page. The internet don't know about it because real niggas don't say real niggas do. And I learned that from you. Oh, please. Wasn't you just gossiping like a little bitch in jail? Who knows what you do in private talking about niggas don't say what real niggas do. You say a lot. Stop it. Then he said, we had our differences, but cash came through and got us on the phone Like, why you and Cash beefing, nigga? He got us on the phone. Ever since y'all niggas' differences, I've never passed dawn. It's darkness every day. I called Metro on the phone and told him, let it go. You can ask him what I say, brother. Some of y'all biggest hits together, the chemistry been there, nigga. I don't care about what they say, okay? So he's kind of talking about basically trying to get Metro and Future to make amends with Champagne Thickums, okay? But here's my thing with Young Thug. I don't think he's genuine. I think he knows that working with Champagne Thickums would generate money. Champagne Thickums gave him $1 million while he was in jail. And that's the only reason why he's even apologizing to Champagne Thickums. Okay? I don't think he's genuine with any of these apologies. Mind you, you only apologize because the calls got leaked. Let's be very clear. You really felt how you felt, but you only apologize because now it's public and you don't have no alliances. Everybody is not talking to you. Lil Baby's ignoring your phone calls. You already admitted that. So I just feel like it wasn't genuine because you really felt that way. You called him stupid. You really feel like he's dumb. Don't backtrack. Real niggas don't backtrack, and this is why I fuck with Gorilla Glue. She not backtracking. Why y'all niggas and female rappers be backtracking? I don't respect that. Now, moving on to Lil Baby's ugly ass. He also will be receiving 50,000 lashes, yes. Reason being is because his team is trying to do this sympathy, I guess, PR stunt to sell his album. There was a message by one of his associates that said, Baby retiring from music, that's crazy. No, he's not. Stop with the lies. Wasn't he supposed to release an album last week, but then Justin Bieber dropped? Like, stop the gap. Okay, this is a sympathy ploy because Lil Baby's flopping. Okay, and to be quite honest, if you really want to know my real opinion, I think Gunna want to make better music than Young Thug and Lil Baby combined. The last 3 to 4 years, we have to admit that, no shade, Lil Baby's been putting out trash. He hasn't had, to me, a fire song since probably 2021. 2022, when Do We Have a Problem came out. Let's be honest. He is not that great of an artist, and that's why he's flopping now. That's why he putting out this notice. If you was winning and topping the charts, why would you retire? You're only retiring because you're not. Let's be very clear. That album you put out earlier this year came and went. Nobody cares about it. So 50,000 lashes, the sympathy train will not work. Lil Baby, we do not care that you are retiring. Okay, you're not an icon. So shut up, sit down, go on Love and Hip Hop with D0JA and be quiet. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on what really happened to Tamar Braxton, who tried to take her out on Patreon. What's going on with Scooter Braun and Sydney Sweetie. Link in description on Patreon, and I hope you have a great day.